Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. Android Central Live here at the Samsung Developers Conference. Now, I understand that we are an important part of all this. I understand that the developers are probably an even more important part of all this. None of it would have happened, however, without Beth Maynard here.
I wouldn't say that.
You are with VenuesWorld.com?
That's correct, yeah.
And this is your show, basically, right?
Yeah, so, well, yeah,
She's being humble.
Well, no. Yeah, so Louise Ryan and I from VenuesWorld.com, I want to make sure we say Louise's name, who couldn't be here today. We started off with Samsung about a year ago, actually, talking about the program and it, where it was going to be and looking at different places of where and, deciding that. And it's been quite a year. So, yeah. All
right, now let's be honest. It's just you and me. Nobody else is out there listening.
Oh, yeah.
San Francisco's cool and all, but
yeah.
New York, London, why San Francisco?
San Francisco, obviously, because it's the tech capital of the world. When you want people that are going to be, developing the product and actually paying attention to the product, they live in this area. You could easily do it. I mean, I've done DevCons all over the world, but you want to capture a certain audience, and this is the audience here. 1,300
people, 33 countries, I believe they said yesterday. Yeah. Is that what you and what Samsung expected? Is it beyond your wildest dreams? Is this the best DevCon ever?
It's the best DevCon ever, for sure. No, we actually, we're really humble when we started off, and we're hoping, for half that. And once we started doing the push, the email blasts, and all of the promotion around it, it blew up and was a lot more successful than we could have ever imagined, and we're very happy for that. So
next year, double that, you think? Is that possible?
I think easy, yeah, for sure, yeah.
If you had to pick one thing, I mean, I've seen you just not walking, running up and down the halls. I don't think you've stopped. This is the first time you stood still.
We walk quickly.
Yes. Has there been one thing that kind of stood out in your mind as you're watching the developers go through the sessions and go through the keynote? You're feeding them. I mean, is there any one thing that you've seen just kind of a collaborative effort just kind of come together that just amazed you in this whole process?
I would say creative side. Yeah. So when you look at all of the signage and you look at all the concepts up on the screens, it was a big, huge effort to bring the AV team together, the creative team together, the operations team together. Nobody understands how many different moving parts that goes into something like this. It's not just, oh, let's do a conference and we put it on. No, you have to hit certain areas of that, and it really, even though, events are always crazy, no matter what, you're always running at the last minute, but it really came together nicely.
It's an interesting venue. I mean, I go to a lot of conferences, but
it is.
The Westin St. Francis, it's a very ornate hotel, at least in this end. I mean, hotel rooms are kind of hotel rooms, but I mean, we have carpet, we have chandeliers, we have woodwork, we have almost a Sistine Chapel like paintings on the ceilings. It's pretty, and a whole bunch of mirrors that you have to deal with. Yeah. It's pretty incredible.
Well, it's different, because San Francisco is different because you don't get your big, huge towers that you would get in like Bangkok or something like that. All of the buildings here are historic, so you kind of have to work with that. There are a few new hotels, but it didn't fit the program based off of what we needed for the actual agenda. So we knew coming into this that it would seem a little bit odd to some people, but that's why we did all the branding. And you want to embrace San Francisco. You don't want to reject the whole concept of it. So.
Well, I think it's easy for me to say it's been a success.
Great.
And I'm sure the developers out there would say so as well. So thank you for doing it. Thank you for all the hard work.
Well, I appreciate it.
And thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
All right.
So we're going to be back in a couple minutes with more from Android Central Live at the Samsung Developers Conference. We'll see you.
Bye.